Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I have got an awesome camper for you, and this will look a little bit familiar to you. You might have seen the Sanibel that I did that had the 4 bunks up front. Well, they listened to your feedback and they created a whole new floor plan out of it. So they still have a bunk model, which is great for somebody with a ton of kids, but now they made that front room into kind of a desk or a dual suite because the desk actually flips down into a bed. This is pretty darn incredible. You guys are going to really like this. This is the 2025 Sanibel 3982DSWB. So that stands for dual suite wide body. They got new 25 exterior graphics. I think that front cap is looking super sharp. I like that blue glow to it. But let's go ahead. It's been a rainy morning, pretty crappy morning so far actually, to shoot some RV tours. So let's start in the inside, maybe work our way around the outside, weather permitting. But again, it's the 2025 Sanibel 3982 DSWB. Again, dual suite, wide body. So what you're gonna notice in a wide body camper is you're gonna get a lot more room. I mean, you have a massive couch, ton of recliners over here, a flip up counter for the island, and the island even extends out even further. And you get all that space still with plenty of walking room. So that is why a lot of people like the wide body. So this is gonna be a camper that you're gonna spend a little bit more time in than most. You have a bed right back here, washer and dryer setup, a big old bathroom in the back, and then heading up the stairs right into your entrance, you're gonna have that kind of that dual suite, that desk room area, which is where I'm gonna start this tour, and then we'll go through the rest of it. Drop comments along the way, hit that like and subscribe button. And this is brand new, so the specs aren't published yet, but as they are, I will put it down in the description along with a link for that pricing. So this is why I think this floor plan is going to suit so many people. You do have a sofa that pulls out to make some sleeping space. So if you have the grandkids, you have the ability to do that, but that's almost just like an extra. It's almost not even necessary because this right here, this desk area where you see all of the outlets, storage, left, right, and above, they were able to sneak in a second bed, which is, I mean, I'll tell you, a lot of you guys have been dropping the comments, and I listen and I pass it along to the reps on changes because better campers means better views, more people watching, you know, they appreciate it a little bit more. And I have been talking to them about office space, because that seems to be a lot of the comments. And man, they listen. So you have the slide out over here, the mini slide, just to give you a little bit more walking room. I mean, look at all that space. A couple dresser drawers over here, but you have a TV. And then this TV over here doesn't come with it. They just want to give an example because a lot of people will put like dual monitors. But what you're going to do is you move the chair out of the way here. And then let's see if I can do it one-handed. Let's see how easy it is. So right there, you snap. And then you snap. You make sure. So right here, you have a little latch that you're going to pull, and it's going to drop it down the rest of the way. And then you can take these slats right here, and you're just going to move it so it expands out, and then you drop the bed down. So really nice and functional spot. But now let's go ahead and do that because for time purposes, I would rather show you more campers than mess around with a little Murphy bed action. Now the only thing that I would warn you of is just kind of watching for those pinch points as you come because they are here in that. And you get caught that in one time, you're going to be having a bad day. Come on. And then bada bing, bada boom. And there you go. You got yourself a good idea. I'll tell you, it's a little bit hard with one hand, but you do two, you'll be all right. Flip it around. You have a full bath situation up here. So the office, ensuite, however you want to do it, the in-laws, you're good to go. You're going to have the porcelain foot flush throne. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. Little sink right here, mirror to check out the old bowling gun, baby. And then you're also going to have a shower. Now the shower is going to be a little bit on the smaller side over in here, but it's going to be perfect for kids. You know where my wife would be no problem. But I'm 6 foot, 300 pounds, and I do fit, even with it closed, on height as well, but I wouldn't say this would be the ideal. But this is also not the master bath. This is kind of like a bonus bath, if that makes sense. But what do you guys think about that? AC right here with the dump valve. So if you want to disproportionately push all the cool air into this room, you simply open it up. If you want to evenly distribute it throughout the H-track system, you are able to do that as well. You're also going to be prepped up for the 5G LTE there too as well. All right, so now we're heading down the stairs. You're gonna have your slide out room controls for up here, right there. So 2 slides up in that main office. You're gonna have the touch screen, so you can turn that on, play around with all your lights, you know, your awning controls, your leveling, you know, things like that can all be controlled right there. And then this is gonna be your zones for the ACs. And you have another AC right there, and then possibly even another one in the bedroom. We'll check that out here in a second, but that'd be pretty crazy. Suburban on-demand tankless hot water heater, so that's going to put out enough heat to instantly heat up your water for as long as you have propane. And then of course you have your controls right here for, you know, all of your different lights, your slide out rooms for back here, your awning, all your different tank fills are located here as well. And again, it comes back to that WB, that wide body. So you're going to get all of that room. You got a place where you get a ton of recliners, massive windows for massive views. You can see they come with the Dracula shade. So if you don't like the sun, you don't have to see the sun. And again, I'm 6 feet tall, and you're looking at about 6'2" or so, 6'3" for headroom clearance. But I like how each one of these is a recliner. And then you're also going to get a little bit of storage here on both sides, and then a power tower that comes up as well with 2 outlets, USB and a universal C, I believe. But pretty darn snazzy. You flip it around, this is going to be the view that you're going to get from your seating spot. And then, honestly, even when you come over here, if you don't have anything sitting there, you still got a straight shot looking right at it before this island kind of gets in the way. So, you know, if you're putting bananas and oranges and stuff, you might want to move them over. Seating for 3 right over here in the flip top. It's also going to be able to be adjusted if you would like to get it out. And then right here, you're going to have something that I think is pretty darn cool. Let me open this up for it. I mean, look at that. How freaking cool is that? An expandable table. And it's pretty darn easy to use. I'm putting it back in right there. You saw how it just whipped in. And then you also got a place maybe for, you know, some silverware or things like that. So the dual opposing slides, the wide body, a ton of room, a ton of seating between the recliners, you know, and the island. And then over here, you're going to have your entertainment section. So this TV is going to be on a televator, which I believe the button for that will be not right there where I thought it was going to be. That would have been pretty smooth. It'll be somewhere around here. But anyway, TV will drop all the way down, and it'll kind of create more countertop space. And this is all going to be solid surface countertops. So babe, if you're watching, I love you. And then right there, you're going to have the fireplace, which will put out enough heat to heat the entirety of this room. You're also going to see you have a 4 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixings. And then, of course, enough room to cook up a turkey as well. Plus, you also notice all the extra countertop space you get and the tile backing there too as well. You always need an ice cream mode on your microwave. I don't know exactly what you would use that for, but maybe to soften up super hard ice cream, I guess. You do have the freezer for it because you got the Furrion 12-volt refrigerator. I mean, look at all that. You could probably put like 10 different gallons in there if you'd want. Looks like we got the morning started early. We got an open Modelo. Somebody was happy buying some RVs. Cracked open a cold one. Got the party flowing, baby. Little pantry there for you. And then right over here is kind of like what I would consider junk drawer central. So you're going to have your outlet for like a Keurig, or maybe like a door blender action. You have your fuse box with the LED lights underneath there. So if something isn't working, you know, make sure to check that out. You also have residential style cabinets, and notice that it was on the soft close there too as well. So you like that, because if you're bringing the grandkids with you, you don't have to worry, you know, about them clanging and banging. All right, so again, another AC. I even like the decorative painting on there. I think that looks pretty cool. And then heading back into the bedroom, they do have a third AC, so that's going to be pretty incredible. So the folks down in Texas, in Florida, something like that, you guys are going to love this camper. East to west slide bed. It does look like it's an early morning. I'm going to say it might be a king. I mean, that's a pretty big size bed. But I will drop that in the specs. Let's see if we got it written over here. 72 by 80 king bed. So that is nice to have. It's also going to be on that slide, so it's going to create more kind of walk around space. Another fireplace with 2 pull-out drawers here up underneath. An emergency exit, so pull, push, and plop if you need to get out in a hurry. But I mean, look at that storage. You got your TV backer up here, so that way, you know, you can, I guess hang a TV. Don't know where I was going with that. Look at that hanging room, baby. You got more dresser space down there, which is kind of open-ended, but I dig it. Extra place for extra stuff. As far as the bed is concerned, too, you're going to have a place right there. So if you want to put down like cell phones or books and what have you. 3 windows. That bed rest or the backdrop on that is looking pretty darn sharp, too, with that kind of wood look. And then the bathroom, I think, is absolutely incredible. One, I think it looks really sharp, but it's functional space. You got 3 mirrors for 3 bowling guns. But, I mean, tons of storage in there. I like the sink style. I know some of you guys don't. I particularly think this looks super cool. And I like how they switched up the countertops back here to kind of give it a little bit more life. 3 more pull-out drawers. And then underneath on both sides, you are going to get storage and access to your plumbing as well. So storage is kind of continuing down as you keep going. Now the porcelain foot flush throne is going to be on a great angle. So, I mean, you got some moving and grooving room. Absolutely no problem. So I dig seeing that as a bigger guy and with wider shoulders in general. Having enough room to kind of sway around while I'm doing my business is definitely something that is lacking in a lot of these RVs. Washer and dryer prep, or if you're not going to be using washer and dryer, you can remove those shelves for a bunch of hanging or obviously just any type of like towel storage, anything you might want there. And then a second shower with the Tri-Glide Glass Series. This one's going to be a little bit bigger there than the front one. So this is, again, the master bath. And for you tall folks, you're going to like this because this is probably like 7'2" right here. I mean, Shaq could be sitting in this thing, getting wet. Right there, baby. Maybe not Shaq. I don't know if Shaq would cover like his kneecap, but you know what I mean. But all right, guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm going to head around the outside now and, you know, do what I can, assuming that the grounds are not too sloppy on me. But again, it's the 2025 Sanibel 3982DSWB, the dual suite wide body. So in case you missed it the first time around, as they are published, all the specifications, tank sizes, awning sizes, you know, length, height, all that good stuff will be down in the description, along with a link where you can access the pricing. You're going to see this has a fiberglass siding with the aluminum frame construction there as well. I like the fact that it's got that molded fiberglass front cap, and you're also going to see that it has the Lippert Rhino box. So that's what gives you that extra room in the front to allow for that desk with that Murphy bed pull-up. But it's also going to be a 21K, which is going to be overkill really for an RV this size. So you don't have to worry about any type of, you know, hitch issues with that. Battery disconnect. You also have your battery box right in there. Heated and enclosed underbelly. Again, remember the fact that it's got those tank holders. And then here's going to be your pass-through storage. And you see that little yellow thing right there up in that top left. That's going to be for a tire pressure monitoring system that'll go on your dual axle setup. So that way, you know, if you're driving down the road, it'll let you know if the tires are getting overinflated, underinflated, you know, whatever you might need there. Now that is the biggest exterior speaker that I have ever seen. So I'm going to ask about that, but I would assume that thing gets absolutely bumping. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Dual awnings too. So I mean, even though you got this big old slide right there, you still have the awning to provide some shade, but you also got the room, you know, obviously to play your games and set up like a picnic table and whatnot. You're also going to get the extra wide, large steps that flip up into the doorway. You're also going to get a little apple juice snapper right there so you can get cracking down at the campground. So dual axle, again, you got the tire pressure monitoring system. Dual awning, electric ground control, auto level as well. And then here heading around the back, you're going to get a bumper with a spare tire, ladder that wraps around to the top of the roof, and you are going to be prepped for a rear observation camera. So when you're driving down the road, you can see what's going on behind you with some distance markers. Let me take a quick little walk here onto the other side since there wasn't some squeeze through room. We'll check this bad boy out. All right, so here on the other side, you're gonna have your docking light control will be located right here underneath onto that side. You're also gonna get some propane right there. And then this is gonna be the other side there of your pass-through storage. And you also have a built-in docking station, which is nice. Your solar charge controller, but then also your auto level control. But the docking station is nice because it's all tucked away for your bypass valves, winterization, black tank flush, which is gonna be a sprinkler system there for your poop tank. You got your battery disconnect, and then of course hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower. Back end of your water heater will be located right here. And then your waste holding tank is going to be right there, so it's in a good little central spot for towing. Low point drains, and then your sewer outlet connection will be right under here as well. Got your 50 amp plug-in here on the back, and then you also have your waste holding tanks, another one right here, along with another sewer outlet connection. But all right, guys, drop a comment, let me know what you think. Again, my name is Hunter, and this is the 2025 Sanibel 3982 DSWB, the dual suite wide body. Have a great day. See you. Meow, 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 no, 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 show, no, 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 rum, dum, bum, bum, bada, bada, bum, bum, bada, bada, bum, dum, bada, bada, bum, shum, bum, dim, bum, bum, dim, bum, dum, bum, dim, bum, dum, bum, dum.